In April 2023, I ran my road 5K PR of 15:47 on a flat course at sea level. But today, I'm racing a hilly 5K at altitude in Boulder, Colorado. So if I can run 16:23 or faster, that will convert to a 5K PR. So can I run my fastest 5K ever on a hard course? Let's find out. Good morning. It's a race day, which is crazy because I'm just like in my own house, doing my normal routine. Because today I'm racing in Boulder. I'm racing Boulderthon 5K, and so I'm eating toast, obviously. You know? I get to just sleep in my own bed, wake up, eat my normal toast from my own toaster with my pour-over coffee. It is so nice doing a race that's near here and not having to travel or anything. I'm just trying to get in the zone, enjoy this coffee, eat this breakfast. I'll take bicarb, do the rest of the normal routine, and then we're just gonna head to the course. Spencer's racing a half marathon today, so we're both gonna be out there grinding. You know, one thing I didn't even mention is that I woke up at 4:30 this morning because the race starts at 7:45, which is so early for a 5K. Been up for 45 minutes now, so it's only 5:15, and I've done a lot. Had coffee, I had toast, I had bicarb, I finished my book. Look at the thickness of that guy. Yeah, so it's been a busy morning, is what I'm trying to say. I am so nervous right now. So nervous, but this is what I trained to do. This is what I've been working for. I want to race, I want to test myself, I want to see how far I can push my body, and so I'm just trying to embrace it, embrace the nerves, and get out there and go run. This race course started downhill for the entire first half, so we were out quick, but I was trying to be careful not to completely burn my legs because we still had quite a bit of race left, and in order to run a 5K PR, I just need to run 5:16 mile pace, so I was going faster than that right now. Even so, I was getting passed left and right, and by the time we got to the turnaround point, I was actually in 7th or 8th place, so I had been getting past the entire first half of this race, but I knew that the uphill second half would be a great opportunity for me to really try to work up through the field and use my more even pacing to my advantage. Because while I was definitely hurting almost this entire race, I still felt like I had the legs to be able to push the second half and move up. I was doing just that, and when we got to the turn with about 0.7 miles to go, I actually moved myself into 3rd place. I raced last week and ended up being disappointed that I didn't push from further out, so instead of just hanging on her heels and staying in 4th, I immediately passed 3rd and tried to put distance on her. However, she was sticking to me like glue, and I was getting almost no space. We were into the last quarter mile of this race, and I probably only had 1 second on her at most. Then I saw a man in front of us, and I thought, okay, I don't want to focus on not getting past, I want to focus on passing him. So I tried to start my sprint, catch up to him, and at the same time get distance on 4th place. And that plan worked as I kept my eyes forward and sprinted with everything I had to the finish and managed to cross the line in 3rd in a time of 16:16. I was completely exhausted, but I was happy because that time converted to 15:40, which is a road 5K PR. And shout out to Rachel, the woman who placed 4th. She pushed me the whole time and was just a joy to race against and talk to after the race. Plus, she helped me up from my huddle on the floor, so you always gotta appreciate that. That final sprint definitely wiped me out, but it did mean that I was able to average 5:13 per mile, which is a little bit faster than what I needed to run to be able to get an altitude converted PR. And I know that the splits during the race made it seem like I was just slowing down the entire time, but as I mentioned, this is actually a net uphill course, and the second half is where all of that uphill occurs. So if you look at the grade adjusted pace, there was definitely a little bit of fall off from my first mile to my second, but I was actually holding a pretty steady pace, and I think that's why I was able to move up in the second half. Post-race, I immediately went to drug testing. I have drank 48 ounces of water, and I'm gonna try to pee soon, but
The post-race drug testing is so brutal. It's always almost impossible to pee after a race because you've like got all your pee out before. So this is a battle right now, but I think I'm going to be able to come out and conquer it.
In the days leading up to and the days after this race, I was sipping on Element. Element is a tasty electrolyte beverage with a scientifically based formulation of electrolytes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It is delicious and something that I constantly rely on whether I'm training, recovering, racing, or traveling. I always have Element on hand so that I'm optimally hydrated. I'm someone that does not love the taste of water, so Element has really changed the game for me with making sure that I'm hydrated and performing at my best. Even though summer is coming to an end, it's still so important to get in electrolytes every day, especially if you're in heavy training. Right now, Element is offering a free sample pack with 2 of each of the 4 favorite flavors with any order to my subscribers. Just go to drinkelement.com/Allie or check it out at the link in my description. And as always, stay salty, my friends. Okay, it is a few days after the race. Spence and I had some stuff come up in our personal life. It's been very stressful, so immediately after the race, I didn't really have time to reflect. Now I'm just taking a minute to think about it, and I'm honestly really happy with how the race went. I just think that like having a little bit of positive momentum, seeing progress from last week to this week is really amazing, and being able to run an altitude converted PR, while I understand that it's not the same as running an outright PR, I'm still excited by it because this year has not been full of PRs and breakout performances the way that I wanted it to. However, I have just been steadily chugging away all year, trying to do everything I can to make progress forward, and to see a little bit of that in action is so rewarding and fulfilling for me. So I'm super happy with it, and being able to get third in a competitive 5K road race, that's good, you know? Like, no, I didn't make the world team in track or trails. I didn't run PRs on the track. I, didn't have the year that I envisioned. But I know that continuing to work and strive forward during the hard times, during the times when I'm not having immediate results or immediate success, those are going to be the chunks of time that really help me make strides when things do line up, when things just really start to click. Like, I'll have the base and the fortitude and the mental clarity to be able to take advantage of that. So happy with how this has gone and excited for having a little bit of momentum. That's all for now, folks.